Well, get down on the mother flipping ground and don't you make one false move, because if you do, we're gonna exploit it for our entertainment. Yeah. Greetings, fam. Today on Fake Cop Real Problems, we ask a gunshot victim what kind of bullet shot him, and we play virtual reality traffic cop, which involves way more guns than you might think, and it made this guy feel really safe. So let's go see how Hakito gets our boy out of stressful situations today, because this is Redeye Reviews. We start this episode with an editor putting together his reel for his MTV job application.
Hold up, that's Steven Seagal. We know who he is. I gotta shake this man's hand or something.
Hey man, I would hire you because I know that you weren't given much to work with. You did what you did, but we actually start at 9 o'clock Saturday night.
It's 9 o'clock Saturday night.
Seagal is ready to go catch some bad guys and restore order to this wild west that is Jefferson Parish, where the booze flows freely and the locals will steal your shoes while you're still wearing the things. Or, you know, if you would believe what Steven Seagal wants you to believe.
We're trying to hit all the main troubled areas, make this as safe as we can.
But they get a call about somebody in a white shirt and dreadlocks who threatened another dude with a gun and then drove away in a white Jeep.
Come on now, Johnny, get him.
Come on, Silver. Get up.
And our old man chief must have hit his head or something, because he's clicking and hollering to a vehicle like it's a horse. I don't know, man. Maybe forced retirement is a good thing. You know, in this particular situation. Who's to say for sure? But they find a white Jeep, and out pops a guy who fits our description.
Supposed to have a white t-shirt, black pants, and dreads.
And Officer Italian Sub is so stoked that they found this guy, but, you know, he's not quite confident in his ability to spot hairstyles.
That's him, that dreadlocks.
Yep, dreadlocks.
Thankfully, somebody is there who can indeed confirm that, yes, that is what dreadlocks look like. So it appears we have our guy. But now, Seagal has to go look for this man's supposed gun.
My years of studying martial arts. Where you put the gun, cuz? It can be just a look, the way they look away, who's hiding something. Gun gotta be there. I need to find that gun.
Yeah, all your years of training in Hakito will totally prepare you for searching underneath those nasty seats of somebody's car. Like old Redeye personally, when I was in college, I had a car that, let's just say, I did not do a great job cleaning the thing. And there was one time a friend found an entire Subway sandwich under the seat. Now, I'm not sure who bought said sandwich, but it was untouched, and it looked like it had been there a while. But I'm doing better now. All that to say is that his years of being a cop will totally protect him from those nasty little seat sandwiches. So Seagal digs all through the vehicle. He uses his superpowers to help him locate the gun.
Well, who got the gun?
Whose gun is that? That's my gun, sir.
You know, in the back of the car in plain sight. You needed your superpower to find this? Really? Okay. Turns out the dude just threw it back there when he saw the police. But we learned that the hammer of the gun is cocked back. And seeing how Seagal needs to be a part of literally everything anybody does on this show, he provides assistance.
I got gloves. Hold the hammer. Okay, now let it go slowly. Okay, there you go.
Good. Yeah, very good. Glad you could walk that cop through the process of pulling the hammer back. Where would he have been without you? But as with previous episodes, you know, that's not very exciting. Just finding a gun and nothing happens. So we got to add some pressure to it, you know, throw in a couple what ifs.
If he'd have thrown that gun in the back seat and it would have went off, it would have went through the seat and through several people.
Yeah, man, I agree. You know, you throw the gun, it goes off. It goes through the chair, several people, maybe hits the driver. And then it goes through the neck. It goes into Governor Connolly's chest, and then through his wrist, and gets lodged into his thigh. What are we talking about? Anyways, they get back into their cars, and they head off to the next call.
Black Bill shot, screaming for help.
Shot in the back.
A man got shot with a shotgun in his back. And he advised them it was a shotgun, indeed. How do you do that? Well, it would appear, my good lad, that I was shot in the back by a shotgun. What makes me say that, you say? Well, my entire back fell off, and let's just say I have a hunch. But Seagal is allowed way too close to this gunshot victim, and he starts asking questions.
You tell me the dude's name that did this.
I don't know nobody's name.
Well, what they call him on the street?
They just shot me, I don't know.
I feel quite certain that he saw the guy who shot him, but he's not talking.
Well, buddy, it's probably because he's in shock from, I don't know, being shot in the back by a shotgun. Maybe let EMS take care of him a little bit before you try solving the case there, Sherlock. Then, Seagal makes an incredible guess as to what kind of bullet it was.
Let me tell you something, bro. It doesn't look like double up buck or slug or anything like that, you hear me? Like a bird shot load, you're gonna be fine, you hear?
Let me tell you something, bruh. Judging by the fact that we're still alive, and we're not in two pieces, I think the shotgun better with her.
Brilliant deduction there, buddy. Seagal takes this opportunity to up his street cred. He goes after the shotgun shell, threatens the thing with a knife.
You want to play rough?
The bullet backs off. It knows when it's been beat.
I really hope he'll talk about it and tell us who did it so we can get this shooter off the street.
I mean, they got guys dying declarations. Don't identify their assailants.
I don't know, maybe because it was dark out and he was shot in the back. That's possible. But our cops decide it's time for some more training. But, you know, we want to train, but we don't want to have to move a whole lot while doing it.
Put your hands up in the air so I can see them.
Okay, so I know I have a couple of subs who are currently police officers. There's at least 2 of you have made that claim. So could you guys please tell me if this is a real thing? It seems kind of legit, but, you know, anything with Seagal makes me instantly skeptical. Anybody who knows, tell me down in the comments if this is what you actually do. But from my standpoint, this thing looks freaking awesome. I don't know how it makes me feel knowing that cops are using a video game to train for, you know, real life. But then again, I guess the army did hire a bunch of nerds and, you know, study them to see how they would sweep through bad guy bases. So we're somewhere in the middle. But in this case, it's just kind of hilarious to me because one of the scenarios, there's like a guy with a hostage at a gas station.
You're on stakeout at an automatic teller machine.
Drop your weapon!
And as soon as he starts shooting, they just wreck the whole scene. It's peppered. And we never see the hostage again either. Like, you got them both. But my personal favorite part is there is a scenario with some generic gangsters getting out of a car and they, you know, they move around a lot.
See your hands. See your hands. Got one in the back seat. Watch his hands. Watch his hands.
And the costume department nailed it, right? Like, this is exactly what gangsters wear. I'm sure of it. But I did actually look this company up, and this system is, I guess, kind of real. It's called the Firearms Training System, but the acronym they use is FATS, which I loved. Also, the room they're in is labeled Shoot House Fats, which to me sounds like a personal attack on World of Warcraft players, or, you know, like a terrible translation of a Japanese t-shirt into English. But that night, they are on patrol, and they hear a car doing some donuts in a parking lot. So, let's go see if that special game training paid off.
Stop your car, get out the car.
You get out the car!
I have a pistol in the car.
You get out the car!
I'm telling y'all. I ain't reaching.
Well, you did a lot. You did a lot. You immediately drew your weapon. That's good. You escalated the scenario. You surrounded the vehicle, you know, make him feel like he's being embraced by the law. Triggered the washed-up actor to start cussing at him. You know, it sounds like that training did wonders. But now let's see if you remember your training from episode 1, because Seagal did teach you some hand-to-hand. Let's see if that paid off.
Get the down. I'm telling y'all, I have a pistol in the car.
I give it like a 4 out of 10. The old man pulled him directly on top of himself.
Stay right there.
I'm all right. It's just all that justice and righteousness caved in my chest.
Told them you had a weapon.
I did.
I got a gun. What you think he gonna do?
Right, that makes sense. Like, I know if I was a bad guy with a gun, the first thing I would do is calmly announce to everybody that I had said gun. Right? And then I would spring it on you.
You put your hands on the steering wheel and you say, I have a gun.
Oh, so what you're saying is when he had a pistol in the car, his hand should have been in clear sight on the steering wheel? Let me see if I could find an example for us to all wrap our head around.
I have a pistol in the car.
I'll be reaching for that.
Yeah, it sucks when you film your own contradictions, doesn't it, pal? You seem to be sweating a little bit. Let's go check on the old man.
I think I my kidney up.
I'll give you some good medicine tonight.
Do not accept medicine from Steven Seagal. Sir, it's going to be in powder form and it's going to involve genitalia. If you ask me, just go get some Advil, drink a Gatorade, you're going to be fine. But I haven't even told you guys the best part of all of this.
You're Mr. Speed?
Yes, sir.
Speed?
Yeah.
Speed, S-P-E-E-D.
That's right. The man doing donuts in his car, his last name is Speed. Look at Whymper's face right here. This is when he realizes he's a side character in somebody else's story. With a name like Speed? My God. But now that Speed has come to his senses, he has realized what is actually happening.
Wait, man, that's Steven Seagal. That's Steven Seagal. We know who he is.
Right? Dude, how insane is that? Can you believe he has the authority to actually arrest you right now?
My vest went into my kidney.
You want a donut or something?
Yeah, donut might make my side feel better.
All right, you got one. I'm just upset I didn't think of it first. But the next day, the gang ups their virtual reality training and transitions straight to live action roleplay. Yeah, we're gonna bust down this fake building and shoot whoever is inside.
Where they had to go in and search a house or a building for suspects.
Or whatever is inside. Holy hell, what is that? Why is his nose the only part that isn't flat? Sir, you and your brother there are hard to look at. But Seagal and Officer Whympers go through the course first.
How many rooms are in there? What's in the rooms?
I do love how he insists on kicking down every door, but they're clearly not latched. So he still has to take his hand off his gun to stop it from swinging into his face. You can also really tell the years of training he's had with that weapon. Because I've been told the more you know a weapon, the closer you hold it to your own face. But he spidey senses the Schnoz brothers, which, yeah, it's basically cheating. You can't superpower on two guys that can't even smell you coming. But after them, it's the Three Stooges' chance to go through the course.
He said get on your ass.
I can't shit you be on top of me.
Yeah, this is not going to go well.
Police!
Okay, I need to talk about the dude in the back here. He has his cops in front of him, and he does appear to be pointing his gun directly at Meatball Sub. But I don't know, maybe he's nervous. Let's enter the building, see if his gun training kicks in.
Quick, come on up.
Back up.
Oh, God, he's gonna take his boss out. Hey, you know, I've heard that's the only way to get promoted in the precinct. You have to defeat your superior in battle.
Gun!
And he jumps out of cover like a child. This is what I would do if I was a child with a Nerf gun. So all in all, that probably could not have gone any worse for everybody.
You did good, boss. Can I get some? Thank you.
Yeah, let me just fist bump you right there. I wasn't actually gonna shoot you in the back of the head. I just wanted to gain the trust of the noseless ones, that's all.
All right, let's go. It's time to get on the street. Let's go practice what we learned.
Well, after what I saw, maybe practice a few more times off the street, you know, before you go kicking people's doors down. That is it. Episode's over, and it had a lot of guns. I will say the only guy who tried to be a responsible gun owner had an old man forcefully crush him. Hey, some people are into that. Who am I to judge? So take that for what you will, and let's head on over to Redeye Reacts.
Black male, dreadlocks.
Man with a gun with dreadlocks.
Somebody arguing in the background. I'm not sure how
Disturbance with a gun.
What about the engines?
Computer, what about the engines?
Can it be repaired?
Computer, can it be repaired?
You know, that is really getting annoying.
Look, I have one job on this lousy ship. It's stupid, but I'm gonna do it, okay?
And now some of my favorite things Seagal said.
Where you put the gun, man? It's a dirty mother to do like that. It's a dirty mother shoot you in the back. You hear me? I'm gonna say this again. I'm number one, right?
You're number one. We
Yes.
switched them. That's what happened.
Yeah. Even though it's a game to us, it's not a game.
When we tell you get out the car, you get out the car.
Scared, bro.
Seagal, if I may use your own words against you, sir.
This gentleman is not a very good Zen practitioner. The guy resists arrest, he screams out, I've got a gun, and he reaches for it. He really could have been shot.
Steve, you can't just make things up when literally a camera crew filmed you doing it. That is everything. Thank you so much for watching. We are actually going to take a break from the TV show True Justice for a while. I just don't think that everybody was enjoying that one as much as they're enjoying Lawman, and I would much rather give you all what you really want. So next on Karate Corner is just more Lawman. If you liked what you saw, please consider subscribing to the channel, like this video, and leave some comments. Tell me a little bit about that virtual reality training. Like, is that legit? Do cops do that? If you want the power to vote on future movie reviews, you can head to my Patreon page and sign up to do so. That link is down below. And on that note, a huge shout out to all of my patrons. You're all amazing. There's been some awesome new people who have joined. I've had some great chats with a handful of you. And you picked the coolest movies. If you want to join my Discord channel, that link is down below. And my merch store link is also down below. I will see you all next time. And until then, stay happy and stay healthy.
Let me tell you something, bro. It doesn't look like Double R Buck or Slug or anything like that. You hear me?